Welcome back, everyone. My name is Eltimar, and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Disco Elysium. Where we left off last time, we were trying to figure out if we can get this club going in this place. We do have this person.
Yes, what is it?
What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre, and he wants to make it work. I don't want to make anything work, she replies, her expression unchanged. Hold on, you don't want to make anything work? Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work. We're gonna convince her to cooperate with the Ravers. We have a 97% chance. Just tell her about Egghead's defense speech. Listen about the nightclub. I already told you I'm not interested. Those kids really need to win. We all do. Give this club a chance. Give them a chance. A chance to cook some speed, you mean? She asks sourly, crossing her arms. They promised they'll do it clean. Did they? She asks, clicking her tongue. A moment passes. Alright, this is all very good and sad, but I have my research to finish. Trust me, this is far more important than the fate of some local speed freaks and their dance music. Wait, she doesn't want to share the space with them. Help her finish the research, then she won't have to. Offer to help. What if I helped you finish your project? You said it's not going very well. You could leave when it's finished, and they could come in. She thinks about it, a glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair. Alright, she finally says, blinking twice. Bring me the game's off-site copy from my old workspace, if you want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. By your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the doomed commercial area? Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady. Actually, I've already been inside the doomed commercial area. Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament's inside the fridge. Just go and get it. And where exactly is the off-site copy? In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you, it has red glowing eyes, it's impossible to miss, you just need to get the off-site copy from the ice bear. But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying... I found a note from the ice bear fridge. It said the off-site copy had been moved to a safer place. She freezes. Wait, a note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory? It said the off-site copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulislaw. Zawiswa, of course. She relaxes. Our project lead, Sulislaw Zawiswa. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe and feature creep, she mutters, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference, the offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous, she crosses her arms defiantly. And the heads? I won't even get into the heads, millions of them, she stops. Go find the copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks. The Valley of 1,000 Heads, you like the sound of that. Alright, I'll go look for the offsite copy. Thanks, she thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar. And here's my Kvalsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you can give me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund. The legendary Kvalsund multi-tool. This is a pry bar version 2.0 for professionals like you. Alright, well, we have to go do that. And I think we can still do it before we have to go to bed. It's only 11:15. We have lots of time to go deal with things. It's also very dark around here because, you know, it's 11:15 and there's no real infrastructure in this place. It's kind of a depressing, decaying wasteland of a city, but whatever. We're only here temporarily. Oh, we need to go this way. I think. Can we go across the river? No. We have to go all the way around. We can go find the ice maker and then smash it open with this new crowbar we have. Hopefully. Although our strength check is really bad. Do we have any skill points? We do have at least one skill point. Also, we're almost up another level. We almost have 2 skill points. Let's keep going. And we're going this way. Down this way. I think we're almost there. There's our car. The one we crashed. Oops, I went the wrong way. Our poor car. We are terrible police officers. Actually, that's not entirely true. We're not terrible police officers. We are, however... Or we were, however, extremely alcoholic druggies for a while. Alright. Let's go to this building. We're going to swap out for our new improved crowbar. That is a giant thing. Holy crap. That thing is huge. If you hit someone with that, they'd probably die. It looks like it weighs a ton. Let's go in, not that way. That's an apartment complex. This is the bookstore. Is anyone still here at 11 o'clock at night? Nope, we're going to go around the other way. I wonder if I can just go in this way. I think I can. Yeah. Alright. Let's go see what we can find. It's very dark. Is this the ice cream? I think this is the ice maker here. Let's save. The orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. Ice around it is slowly melting. Okay. We need more physical instrument skill. And then we're just going to brute force it by using the power of quick load. Physical, anything, just looking for physicals. That's my 2 physical instrument. There's 1 physical instrument. Alright. So, that's all we got. What's our percentage chance right now? %. Nope. Let's try again. 28% should be only like 4 or 5 attempts, hopefully. Although, the fact that I have to move every time is kind of irritating. We must get this open. I guess we could put a point into physical skill. Actually, I don't think we can. I think we're maxed out on physical instruments. Yeah, we literally can't put any more points into it. So, you kind of just have to brute force this endlessly until it works. Kind of wish I could put more points into it, though. It would be a little bit easier. There we go. Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant convalescent multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "offsite copy" written on its side. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker. What, no ice cream? Your stomach grumbles, the fridge is cold, the cellar dark and humid. Take the memory. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it. Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs. I am kind of curious. We'll save first before using it, because just in case it breaks or something, and then we're screwed. Well, that was where that gun was. We need to go up this way. I can't really see where I'm going. I need to get that flashlight out. That's what I need to do. Where my flashlight is. There we go. Now I can see where I'm going a little bit better. I also have an extraordinarily itchy nose today. Again. I don't know why. It's all the cocaine, I guess. I'm just kidding. I don't do cocaine. I'm not that rich. We need to go other way, down this way. Wait, that's a computer there. Why did I go past the computer? Let's do this thing. Titles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. Remove the production sample, insert the offsite copy. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play button starts blinking. Press play again. The speaker comes to life, static seeps through the old machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you, her voice sounds 100 years old. Good evening, fortress accident on Rue de Saint-Ghislain. This is the East Insulindian repeater, station 1. Please repeat, is this the offsite copy? I might have a password for the offsite copy. Good, repeat the password, afterlife death. Her answer is short and sharp, no, that's not it. Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window. After death, life again. Good, I've unlocked the offsite copy. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Ka-ching. That's all. Press silent. Thank you and goodbye. Press print again. Sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink. Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like that. Read the printout. The paper is soaked with ink. It's monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information. Try again. It's just black upon black. Nothing to see there. Tear off the printout. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent oh, that's it. The filament slides out of the glowing nest. Is it broken though? Did did we break it? And also we didn't get to read anything, so... Let's try that again. Oh, I'll be right back, because we didn't save. That was dumb. Okay, after a couple attempts this worked. I'm just going to read it out. It actually did work this time. So we did the printing thing again. Sounds like something cracked before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink. Something's broken, blah blah blah. The paper is soaked with ink. It's monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information. A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper. Looks like gibberish. Better get running again. And this must be the information Suna's looking for she knows how to make sense of it. Or she doesn't. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Oh, we actually do just destroy the cube. Maybe we don't want to destroy the cube. Let's quick load. And, well, we know what it does. It prints out black ink and there's a small dot. But we could also just give it to her fully intact. And maybe not break it all. That might be the better play. Let's go this way. I think we have to go down. Where do we go to get out of here? Let's get so lost in here. Okay, that's where that lady lives, who is still working at 11:17 at night. I don't know if we can actually go down to the bookstore right now, so let's just go this way and get out of here. Let's go turn this cube in. Get her out of the place so that I can get the nightclub going, and if they put speed in there, I'm going to shoot them all. I made them promise. Promises are usually backed up by bullets. Everyone is in bed by 2 o'clock. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. That nobody will be around in 2 and a bit hours. Kim's not around because he's taking a body somewhere. We're going the wrong way. The fact that you have to double click to run is kind of irritating. What if I can just hold? Nope. Because if I single click, he just does this casual garbage walk. Takes 800 years to get anywhere. It's gotta be really cold walking around in the middle of the night in this place. Hello? Are people still around? She's still standing out there. She's still by her bucket. I'm gonna guess that clothing water is probably frozen solid by now. It's at least below 0 because there's snow on the ground. And she's been there for like 10 hours. So it's either like a slush or just straight up frozen by now. Alright, let's go inside. And give her the filament thingy.
Yes, what is it?
How about the off-site copy you asked me to bring? Yes, I brought you the filament. Give her the off-site copy. Thanks. She takes the filament, inspecting the metal tape on inside. Looks like it's the one. What's gonna happen now? Now I'm gonna print it out and see what's left of it. She's already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to close the door. What are you hoping to find? I have a theory, she says, as the filament clicks into place. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch, she says and presses print on the machine's keyboard. What an intricate display of failure. The paper starts filling with ink, soaking it in gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that. Something's very wrong with that filament memory. Suna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star, eyes scouring the millimeters. Here, she says suddenly, raising her ink-stained fingertip. I found it. Where? Lean closer. Hold on. She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers. Only she understands. Then the terminal beeps, and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Can I do anything? Shh. Just give me a second. I'm almost... She clocks up her typing speed. Done. Suna jumps up from the keyboard like a spring. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly. There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist in the air. You did it? You found the coordinates? I found the coordinates. She lets out a celebratory laugh. Great job. So where is it? Where's your 2mm hole in the world? There. She points to the other end of the church where the group of water balls forms a ritualistic arch in the swallow. Think you can help again? She tilts her eyes, or she tilts her head, eyes sparkling. Sure. I need you to go and move those water balls for me. I need to double check my calculations. What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals. Solving the puzzle of the water balls. Right, I'll go figure it out. I'm good at intellectual puzzles. Figure it out. She shakes her head. No, I don't need you to figure anything out. I got a computer for that. She passed the mainframe. Just walk over to the circle. Follow my instructions. Move the third bowl. I'm gonna write this down because I'm gonna not remember this. I'll just put it in notepad. Third bowl 2 centimeters left. Fourth bowl 5 centimeters right. Alright, that should do the trick. What? She only wants you to follow some instructions? Nothing intellectually stimulating in this task? A child could do it. Yes, but you like moving things around. Moving things around is calming. Sure, no problem. Thanks, she smiles. Alright, let's go move the bowls. How do I know which bowl is which? It's awfully silent again, as if somebody turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowl stands still. Measurements have been drawn, or been marked down on the bowls, each chalk drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Oh boy, this is going to be good. Oh, I only have choices, okay. Move the third bowls. It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound. And move the fourth bowl. Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe this is a sacred place after all.
Yes, what is it?
I have moved the bowls. It was mind-numbingly easy. What's next? Great, everything should be aligned now. She stops biting into her chapped lip. What's wrong? Yeah, she snaps out of the lull. Nothing. Now the only thing left is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sounds the anomaly makes. Wait, why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place? Honestly? She said, pointing her gaze. Honestly, I'm a little scared. Isn't it just going to be silence and nothing else? I don't know. She stares at the heart of the computer. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know, it could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin. What if the silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is? She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold of the electricity. You overthinking this? Maybe. She rubs her face. Maybe I'm just tired. Let's think about this logically. What would nothing be why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing? Why assume that something has no presence, existence, or qualities? Or why assume that something that has no presence, existence, or qualities has to be terrifying? Because it reminds us of death, and we humans tend to think death is pretty scary. It's scary, but we just have to face it. Yeah. She breathes in. You're right, let's do it. She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press the unmute on the keyboard. And then nothing. Nothing happens as soon Lucanen killed presses the unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. Can you hear anything? She doesn't answer, her eyes closed and her brows knitted together in a state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone. Well? Damn it, she lets out a loud sigh before tearing up her headphones. She's still avoiding your gaze. Come on, did you hear anything? No, of course not, she says, clearly disappointed. Nothing happened, let's move on. Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place. What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow? No, she rests her face on her hands, massaging the forehead. No, my hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this, she raises her head, staring at the machines that litter the church, keeples coiling up on the floor like pests. This is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence, and that's all it is. You can try on the headphones, see if you can hear anything, but don't get your hopes up. We have a monumentally low chance. But we're gonna try. What do we have that gives us perception? Let's start with that. Suggestion? Nope. No. 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 We only have like an 8% chance, which is really bad. -1 perception for the oh, there's perception. Cavalry boots. Oh no, we'll lose our armor. That's okay, we'll put that back on later. Man, we only have one item that gives us perception? That is bleak. We don't even have really any drugs that can help. I guess we can put a point to perception. We might as well. It's probably pretty important, I guess. I'll save first, though. Plus, we're about to get a level anyways. Hopefully. Alright, let's try this out.
Yes, what is it?
20% chance we'll just Retry until we do it. We had a failure. Let's try again. Luckily, the quick load works pretty quick in this game. There we go. Everything disappears. You're draped in silence, like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes. What does it mean? It feels like flying on an aerostatic when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere. A water change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're hearing is too low for you to hear? Suna? I take off the headphones. What if we just need a better sound system? A better sound system, she repeats. Alright, where'd we get one? Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a sudden patch of decorative stucco crumble on the wooden floor. From your neighbors, of course. You mean the speed freaks? She closes her eyes as more dance music invades this holy silence of the sanctuary. Of course, the speed freaks, they have a fantastic sound system. You think they would help me? They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you. I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence. Great, I'll go talk to them. Sure, let me know how it goes. She lingers for a moment before adding, thanks, officer. Alright, let's go back and deal with that. We also didn't get any experience for that, which I was kind of hoping we would. But maybe we'll get a bunch when we go tell the speed freaks that they're allowed in. We've spent a lot of time dealing with these two varying people who want a club and not a club to exist. Did I go the wrong way across? I did. Let's get back to that tent. We need to borrow their sound system. Also, it's not quite 2 o'clock, so that's good. I wonder if they sleep all day. Like, where does this girl sleep? There's not a whole lot of room in here. It smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether. A pile of nasal sprays, brand named Nosefed Ultra. You.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Talking about the church. Great news. I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for her project. The speed freak smiles, happier than he's ever been before. We're grateful, cop man. You're an augury of a new era of hypnotic dance music. You're gonna have to share space for a couple weeks till she gets her research finished. That's fine, we can manage. He grins excited. And you're still sure about keeping our little side business, right? Oh, you mean the illegal drug lab? No, I haven't. There'll be no shady shenanigans in the church, only love and hypnotic dance music. Fine, he seems disappointed. We can make do. It's gonna take a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple hours, maybe? Come check back later. Andre waves at the other speed freaks. Let's get moving. Did we get kicked out of the tent? The tent is gone. Also, it's now 11:58. Are they on side now? And where did those monies come from? $1.05. A real 5, I guess. Let's go inside and see if they've set up. They said a couple hours, but it's been like 40 minutes. That's close enough to a couple hours. Okay. Let's talk to her. At least the girl gets a chance to be inside now.
Yes, what is it?
Yes, how's the project going? I can see that your neighbors have moved in, but all I hear is hypnotic dance music. What? She leans closer together, eyes knitted together in a puzzled expression. What'd you say? You can barely hear her over the thumping bass of the hypnotic dance music. I said, how's the project going? Can't hear you, she shouts, pointing at the enormous speaker that's churning out the sound. The music's too loud. The project! How is it going? The project! Her face lights up for a second, before she gives you an exaggerated headshake. It's not going well. Why? There's that guy. She points at the egg he's raving behind his turntables on a brightly lit stage. I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so I can route the audio signals with the mixer into the speakers. Why'd you ask him? He doesn't listen to me. He only seems to care about hardcore and Yokokata, a place to be apparently. I'll speak to him, see what I can do. Thanks. Maybe we can get his magic rhymes. She does jazz hands to mock him. Let me see how it goes. Alright, you. The young man behind the mixer deck acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
This is hardcore.
Is it?
It's hardcore!
I don't know how to say that.
Skibber danger. I am the rearranger.
That isn't helpful at all.
Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
Say nothing.
Eternally coherent.
Still say nothing.
Hardcore. Alright.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the church.
Hardcore! Ah!
He lets an agonized roar over the feeblish, obviously not too hardcore beat below.
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. It is!
What is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the side like an owl. I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer.
Alright, we need to talk to him one more
Be
time.
close.
Says the young man behind the mixer tube, pumping his fist in the air. Lung-shaped trees grow on his silver belt buckle.
True, hard, full, hardcore.
Okay.
Hardcore internally coherent. All core, alright, yeah.
What are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What's a party boy?
Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
There is a place in faraway Catlab beyond a certain latitude known as Winter's Orbit where there are 25 hours in a day. It's a tremendously cold place abandoned to drunks and failed rock stars, full of eternite, depression, and half-finished ski-flying hills. The Suru live there. Oh my god, it's gonna take me forever to figure out how to talk to this guy.
True, hardcore. Yeah.
Young man adds a capital G before the H in Yar and Yags. This produces a guttural, Godwaldian accent to make him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Godwaldian, maybe it's Ornier's. Probably an homage to Ornier, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
You know about him?
He moves his mouth, but the sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers, like he rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, Major Eichhead.
Wow.
Your skinny wraith, or the skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I. So am I.
He begins to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Andre almost falls over backwards from the realization.
Egghead to the mega. The K became the G. The boy became the man. The Advent?
Damn it, that wasn't the right path of conversation.
We're close. True. Hardcore.
Okay, alright. Nope. We'll figure this out.
Close. True. Hardcore. Internally coherent.
Do you know about the
Good
killer?
morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeko Kata. The place to be.
You said that before. Why is Yetko Kata the place to be? What does that mean?
Yeko Kata. The hardcore place.
Yeko Kata is an abbreviation for the Grad term Zone of Ecological Catastrophe, an agricultural mega-project in the extreme southeast of Grad Isla. It involved cutting-edge approaches to irrigation and a completely new type of fertilizer. An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarked the earth. Intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind, a pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place. Okay, nothing. That one. This has nothing to do with the case. Okay, that's not the right one.
True. Internally all core. All right. Yeah. Gotta get the people. Yeah. Request.
Nope. Next.
True. Hardcore. Internally all core. All right. Yeah. Hardcore. Ah.
No, seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I'd asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
There was a question? True. Hard. All core. All right. Yeah. Hardcore. The question is.
Just answer the question.
No question.
Oh, you are just frustrating to talk to.
All core. All right. Is it though?
I was thinking a moment ago. Damn it.
Spirit.
Please just plug in the thing. I just want you to plug in the one thing.
Hard. All core. All right. Is it though?
It
What
is.
is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the side like an owl. The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns, starts bobbing his head back and forth once more. Don't be alarmed, everything's okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so. Egg, can you please route soon to signal through your speakers? To the Mega, yeah, he gets serious. I can route it through the auxiliary. What kind of cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5? It's 3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground. Oh, she uses 3.5. An uncomfortable pause follows. Yeah, the auxiliary line is 4.5. Those two don't mix. Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here. He searches for the cable on the ground, picks it up, looking at the jack. Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good, people. With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line and you hear a satisfying click. Whew, thank God, the adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality. Great, someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn off the music, please? Egg the music. Everyone, don't panic. I'm going to turn off the Arno for just a second. The young man shouts as he clicks the switch on the mixer for a special scheduled event. The Arno will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. He turns to you. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, then I'll turn off the music. Alright, good. Thank you. Goodbye, Egghead. Alright, here comes the night.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, talk to Eggman. You plugged in your cable. Now you can unmute your speakers. Okay, but she seems hesitant. Her eyes still fixed on the Egghead. Think you could ask him to turn down the music a bit, just in case? Maximum, shouts Egghead, a great smile still adorning his face larger than a red dwarf star. Maximum is the only way. I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instant, just this time, just this on time? This one time. Maximum is not the only way, okay? Pump it to the brick, pump it to the hard master, there's no other way, glue style. Glue style? Okay, there's literally no other way. The mixing desk is glued to a maximum. See, she turns her face to you, it's ready to give up. He pumps it to the hard master, it's hopeless. I think what Egghead is trying to say here is that the volume button is stuck on maximum. Of course it is, she shrugs, consigned to her fate. Yeah, permanent enlightenment, ray of sound. Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm gonna unmute the speakers on the count of 5. Everyone ready? She looks around the church. Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop. Born ready, says Andre. Ready, yells Noid. Finally, Estelle turns to face you. I'm ready if you are, detective. Okay, ready, let's do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged. She lifts her head from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room. No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates the air, then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It's out there now in the world, made manifest. It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets, the people, nothing will remain. Guys, what's going on? There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A slight rattle like crystal clattering in the cupboard fills the air, joining the chorus. This fragile world is about to break. It's getting louder, says Noid, his eyes riveted on a strange circle of water basins. In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling. Hoisiana, mother of Mega, you hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint. He's peaking, the worst high he's ever been on. It was in me at first. The beauty and the beat. The future of the planet, or the future of the dance. Planetary! No, Egg, it's the window. The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks like she's alive. The floor is going to come down. No, the roof! She looks up. A screech fills the air. A scream of wood and nails, and the pillars of the church twist and creak above and around you. Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark. Come down to us, love! A great pulse arises in your flesh. That's it, I'm muting it. She reaches for the keyboard. Everybody, don't panic, it's beautiful. Beautiful core, beautiful life. Shit, it doesn't stop. The woman is furiously pressing down on her keyboard, but the sound doesn't stop. Estelle, have you? Yes, I turned it off, she yells, holding the contact mic in her hand. Andre, pull the compressor, the place is gonna come down. Fuck, Andre frantically smashes buttons. I can't shut it up, the signal's passed. It's not in here, it's in the mixing disc now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it, a great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you, glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down. Egghead, whatever you do, don't stop it! But then it stops, totally and utterly, as if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ringing from the shock. Everyone is staring at Egghead, holding a tangled cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector. Egg? I pulled the plug, he says calmly. It was getting too hardcore. You did good, Egg. Andre breathes a sigh of relief and inspects the window. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you're recording that. 4 years, the woman whispers. 22 people. Millions of real. All that time, this is what we were up against? Just erased it? Her lip trembles. Solasala isn't going to believe this. Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it. Yes, Andre. She composes herself, wipes the dust off her sweater, and rests her hands on the keyboard. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you for doing this, Eggman. You too, and officer. Thank you for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. She turns to you. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start. What was that? I've never heard anything like it. It was the mathematical information from the anomaly presented as waveform. That's what it was, technically. Theoretically, she shakes her head. I have no idea. I've never heard of anything like this. Her voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure. You're gonna write Solasala? Yes, our lead designer and maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers, if they're sober enough to open a transmission, they need to hear. They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording, although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyways. What happens now? Are you going to... Stay here. She cuts you off, her deft fingers already on the keyboard. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics, send letters, maybe meet Solasala, also devise further measurements, and I want you to know that's totally chill with us. I don't care, she blurts, then reconsiders, but thank you anyways. Now, her hands move on the keyboard. I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all of this, or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind. Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive. You don't know enough about the world. But that Joyce, if you knew all she knows, could put it together, but that Joyce could do it. We have terrible logic. There's almost no chance we'll get that. We're gonna have to go try it again. Although we have a bunch of logic gear, actually. I know we do. Let's see what we got. -1 logic. Maybe we only have a couple pieces of logic gear if I recall correctly. Like this garbage hat. Oh wait, no, this one gives 2 logic, doesn't it? Yeah. So even with the 2 logic gear, we might be in trouble here. I thought we had 1 more logic thing. Yes, we do. The dress shirt. Is there anything we're wearing lower logic? No. The fact though is, we have the unknown pale and it's going to be really hard to do.
What is it?
It's still only 3%. All you hear is silence in your head. Alright, well. Time to leave, I think that's it.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
10,000 wouldn't fit. He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Static vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
What do you propose as a name, Andre? The name he peers and mull it over, one hand idly touching his hair. Everything I managed to come with sounds just wrong. Andre's overthinking it, says the girl with the microphone. Yeah, you should do it, detective. The speed freak with the yellow beads around his neck is looking at you. Be good for the signs. No, he's right. He helped us so much. It's the right thing to do. Estelle, what do you think? How about something simple like the club? Too modern, Andre shakes his spiky head. Too ironic. We don't want ironic, we want real. Real and true and beautiful, like a morning after the rave. Hey kid, what do you got? Yakutaka! The freak with the large head yells from the stage, waving his hand in the air. Yakutaka, the place to be! Yakutaka, the zone of ecological catastrophe? That's too morbid, egg. Got anything else? Hardcore! A witless, victorious smile adorns his face. Hardcore to the mega. No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Andre looks worried as he comes to this realization. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene. Noid, what do you got? The amnesia. Like the, I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia? Amnesia. It's not amnesia, guys. Suna, you want to weigh in? I don't. Good, we have too many options anyways. Got a name. Disco Elysium. You have? Andre stops touching his hair. What's the name? Like that DeLorean word for the world? You mean Elysium? But Disco Elysium, she looks unsure. Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten? The past is the future, but the future is dead. No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave like we want it to be. And short and memorable. Helpers, we helped the ravers start a nightclub. We leveled up again. It settled then. Everyone welcome to the Disco Elysium. A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue. Andre breaks into a frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat. Observe his movement. What are you doing, Andre? I'm dancing. He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kinda lame. Softcore gyrating is supposed to be dancing? We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing. Yeah, my man. He jumps up and down with glee. His moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights. We need more composure to dance better. Do we have anything that gives composure? Maybe. What does this shirt do, logic? We can put our armor back on, I guess. We need composure. +1 composure from our boots. Really only one thing that gives us composure, that's kind of bleak. Hear that? Magnesium? That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched. The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels. Magnesium is fine, I discard the thought. No drugs!
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
Yeah, we're never gonna make this check, but we might as well try. You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body would form to bring the strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Apparently I succeeded at electrochemistry though. puts a grin on your face. Just think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repair some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose, truly dance, then who knows what'll happen. Alright. Well, I think we're done this video. We set up a nightclub. We got just a ton of experience for that. Like 100 and something for completing the sound thing and also the nightclub thing. So, yeah. This is a good place to end as any, and we will continue on in the next video, I guess. It's 1 in the morning. It's pretty much time for bed, I think. There's not a lot else we can do tonight. So we'll end off here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others, I'll see you all next time. Take care.